Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about 5 strategies to finding a job or internship. Obviously, this is relevant at any point in time, but especially, uh, as graduation nears, I think this is a pretty relevant topic as well. So the first strategy that I would say is set actionable goals. And for me, um, I say this because when I talk to a lot of people, they their attitude is, I'm just trying to apply to as many jobs as possible. And while I totally understand that mindset, I think it's better to have a more calculated mindset. Um, when you don't have a set goal, there's no end point. As a result, you'll always feel stressed out because you could always be technically doing more. Instead, I think it's better to say, I want to apply to X number of jobs a day, or, you know, I want to, for, you know, 3 hours a day apply to jobs. Like having set parameters and boundaries on it, I think is really important. The reason I say this also is like in the process, your effort is the only thing that you control. And I think, say you have a goal of applying to 2 jobs a day. If you hit that goal, you can be happy, in terms of saying, I'm doing all that I can on my end of the spectrum of, putting in maximal effort. I also think it leads to less burnout. Um, you know, if you are like, I want to apply to as many jobs a day, maybe one day you apply to 10, and then like you just get burned out, and the next day you don't apply to any. Whereas I'd rather you have a set number or set hours of like, this is a healthy number that I can maintain every day, um, and be at a good energy level. Especially with the time period thing, like I know friends that you know might not have any set time period, and they're applying morning, afternoon, night, and like they're not ever resting. And um, I think their mental psyche goes down, as I said before, because they always feel like they should be applying. And I just don't think that's. I think it's better to just say, instead of doing morning, afternoon, night, just whatever amount of hours. If you want it 9 to 2, that's when I'm applying. After that, I'm resting, recovering, doing other things. As I'll talk later, there are other things that um, are really important in the finding a job activity, which isn't applying to jobs, as contradictory as that sounds. Um, the second thing I would say is create an Excel sheet with everything. The Excel sheet should have a minimum of, company, jobs open, email of a human resources contact, deadline, application requirements, did I hear back, um, did I get an interview? If interviewed, how far in the process did I get? What if I didn't get a job offer? What lessons can I learn from the interview process in terms of maybe things I need to improve? Um, these are just some categories. Obviously, there are other notes you can include. I think the main thing with this is just this helps with organization. It's a useful tool to track where, who, what you've applied to. If employers also say like, you'll hear back from us by September 1st, and you haven't heard back, you can then follow up based on that. um, you can also spot trends, right? So like if you've applied to 3 different jobs in 3 different departments at the same company, but you applied like 6 months ago and haven't heard back from like any of those departments, not sure you want to continue to apply to that company because it just doesn't seem like they're getting back to candidates in a timely manner. And then I think that the other interesting thing is in terms of reconnecting with human resources people, like, especially if it ends up being that you're looking for a job 2 years later, you can find this Excel sheet and then, quickly reconnect with them because you have their email info and all that. The third thing I would say is network. One of the most important skills in life is, just trying to meet people in your industry. And I think reaching out to people that are in the industry or in maybe management levels at your industry can be really helpful. Um, like if you want to get into product management, like reaching out, again, you set the goal, but reaching out to a product manager at a different company, say once a week, and so, you're having at least 4 conversations a month, possibly, depending on if they accept or reject, but at least 4 different conversations with 4 different product managers. And I think you can build, there's a lot of benefits to this. I mean, obviously you can build a relationship with someone you didn't previously have a relationship with. You can actually understand the industry. You can, again, I would never reach out to someone and be like, you know, want a job in the product management space. I would say something to the effect of, I'd love to have a conversation on your journey and your pieces of advice. I think the biggest thing in networking is people don't want to be treated as a means to an end. They want to be treated as a person. And so, obviously this vlog will come out in April, but this is something especially like for anyone in school. Like if you can start this in September, I mean, think about that. Like from September to May, like every month, even if, you're having 4 conversations a month, like you can build up a lot of contacts. And eventually I think if you show, if you do a good job and they appreciate the effort, like one thing they can always do is just first remember you, and if something opens up in their department, they can reach out to you. And second, if they have connections or friends in the industry and they know people that are hiring, they might refer you to that. One of the interesting things about like finding a job is you'll often see on LinkedIn, like when people find one, that they write this long paragraph thanking the people that helped them, and I think certainly there are people that find jobs just applying, but a lot of the time it helps having a connection at a company or whatever, getting a referral, sometimes it's even just like someone can't promise you that you'll get a job, but they can promise you that whoever's evaluating, like the HR manager, will at least review your application. And sometimes that's the biggest help. Again, with your schedule, depending on what's that, like set a healthy goal for yourself in terms of number of people you want to either cold LinkedIn request or email, and just try to meet that target daily or weekly. The 4th strategy I would say is use your own personal network. Like talk to your friends, family, mentors, explain your situation. Much like with the networking advice I just gave in number 3, like it's a good reminder for all of them to be on the lookout. And if they see something, or if they see a good job that fits what you're looking for, or they run into someone that's in the same industry, they can remember, oh, like, I have a friend that's looking for a job in this industry. Can you help him out? The fifth thing I would say is be creative. Um, there's a lot that encompasses creativity. Um, you could literally post on your personal and professional social medias, hey, I'm looking for a job in this area. If you have any ability to help me, please let me know. Obviously it sucks to be public about your job search, but if this type of creativity leads you to a job, then you can always just delete that post later. Um, and the other thing is people understand that people look for jobs, so I don't think it's something to be that self-conscious about. Creativity can also come in, um, you know, looking for an internship during the semester. Ask a business or a company um, or an individual you know, can I do an unpaid internship for 3 months? During the semester or something like that. Um, I think the main thing from your perspective is just getting the opportunity. Because I think once you have the opportunity to showcase your skills, hopefully after that, say an internship, they can then be like, wow, this person's a big value add and we want to make sure to keep them around. Um, so for now, these are the 5 strategies that come to mind. If you still have more questions or something you wish I addressed, let me know. And if you're someone who has in the past has looked for a job, um, and you felt like there was a strategy I didn't say here today, let me know, message me, comment, whatever. I'm happy to do another video and pass that lesson on to other people as well. Thanks, guys.